patted on the head while we're all living in a giant version of Portlandia. We can make fun of it, but it's not funny because it's real. While that's happening, from the United States to Mexico, from Nicaragua to South Africa, from Sri Lanka to Germany, we literally have hundreds of studies, 2 new ones out, that glyphosate, product name Roundup, weed killer, is growing breast tumors, is causing all forms of different cancer, and there's 2 new studies out. Study confirms chronic kidney failure 5 times higher in glyphosate-ridden areas. And we're going to get into the studies, Journal of Organic Systems and others, one of them in association with the Sri Lankan government, where they just look at the numbers. You got glyphosate in your well water, 5 times more likely to have kidney failure. Why do you think dialysis places are popping up like McDonald's? Sold out for weeks due to the difficult and extensive proprietary process behind its creation, the exclusive InfoWars Life Secret 12 formulation is now back in stock. This ultra-clean vitamin B12 nutraceutical has been carefully crafted and developed over the last 2 years and is based on cellular science of how your body actively absorbs essential nutrients. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin, the most bioactive form that has been created with our proprietary process. Secret 12 is taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Supplies of Secret 12 are very limited. Secure yours today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com Oil of Oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Women are the heart of culture. Women are incredibly smart and beautiful, magical creatures. But they're one half of the human species. We should all love and cherish each other. And men have been taught to act like mindless thugs by the MTV culture, while simultaneously women have been taught to behave like mindless tarts, worshiping and following every government fad, because 81% in the United States, similar in Europe, of all purchases are decided by women. And so advertising targets women. I've read 3 books written by the father of modern advertising, Edward Bernays, Propaganda, and 2 others. I've made films about it, In-Game and others, admitting the plan to target women, break them away from families, wed them to the state, have the state raise children, jack up illegitimacy, increase divorce, leave men and women alone, children atomized, and then the state comes in to take care of all the social problems and clean up the mess they helped start. Divide and conquer, balkanization. This is the admitted program. So while Time Magazine tells men, submit to women, act like you've done something wrong, act like you're a prisoner, act like that you're a second-class citizen, and women will give you sex. They actually say that in their new cover story. It's on Infowars.com. And then we link to all the other mainline studies showing women want a man that they think is better than them. And I don't think they're necessarily actually better, but that's what a woman wants on average. And that they aspire to get the best genetics they can and a guy that'll protect them and make them successful. And we see that evidenced everywhere. But the feminists say no, 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 because they want women to believe that henpecking and messing with men and warring against men will get them ahead. I don't care if it's general life, business, whatever. Having fun and getting along with people and being honorable and teamwork is what makes a good business, a good family, good children, happy men, happy women. I mean, I don't need to read the studies to know this is a load of malarkey. Now, while the NBA and the NFL, almost every commercial saying, sorry, your baby's a boy, and let's open the borders up and let's turn our guns in, and Obamacare is great. All this social engineering, while all that's happening, I've got 2 articles just today. Well, both these actually came out on Saturday. Study confirms chronic kidney failure 5 times higher in glyphosate-ridden areas. That's Roundup. Drinking water and occupational exposure to herbicides is associated with chronic kidney disease. And that's out of a journal in Sri Lanka and another journal, the Journal of Organic Systems. And they've made movies about it. It's well known. They admit that most breast tumors are from glyphosate. I mean, it grows it. It's an estrogen mimicker. It makes men have shriveled genitals, hardly produce any sperm. Western sperm counts are down almost 90%. Just look it up. They've got studies on that. Isn't this something? I mean, it hurts women. It hurts men. It turns out it ruins the fields, hurts yields a few years down the road. I got a family in farming, I know. I mean, it is a fraud. The same folks that brought us Agent Orange and so many other things. Monsanto, same folks that are big owners of, of McDonald's. These are the people, ladies and gentlemen, that, oh, by the way, it's in Paul Watson's report. Monsanto and others are the main funders of the feminist movement. See, have the families fight with each other. We won't notice why diabetes is up more than 3,000%. Kidney problems are up several thousand%. I mean, it's all over the news. Breast cancer up, multi-thousand%. Pediatric cancer is over 10,000%. I was on an elevator today going to a business meeting downtown, and they had a sign about kids with cancer and how to give money. And I saw people reading it as we were going up the elevator. And I said, hey, don't you ever wonder why they don't ask why pediatric cancer is up? Some cancer is more than 10,000%. 50, 60 years ago, it was super rare. Doctors would travel across the country to see a child with cancer. The people said, wow, that is a good point. And I said, yeah, it's always give money to treat people or find a cure, but they never do. We're being culled, and the system consolidates our wealth while they do it. Let's go back to the article by Christina Sarich, Infowars.com, that links to the studies. The evidence for the abominable toxicity of Roundup chemicals like glyphosate is already overwhelming, yet there seems to be a never-ending stream of research and evidence pointing towards their dangers. A new study has been published showing that farmers in Sri Lanka exposed to glyphosate through drinking water are 5 times more likely to develop chronic kidney failure than those who didn't drink herbicide-polluted water. But it just kills weeds. I mean, it must not be bad for us. Farmers in this part of the world often wear scant protection when spraying glyphosate on their rice fields. What matters is it gets in the water table and bioaccumulates in the food. But it seems that the protection is not enough. The fact that Roundup has contaminated their drinking water is an example of how multi-tiered the problem of herbicide toxicity truly is. Big ag chemicals, more specifically biotech chemicals, since their GM rice, soy, corn, and other genetically altered seeds are meant to withstand copious amounts of spraying, are detrimental to humans and the environment, and the moment they are sprayed and years later. In this case, the toxicity is felt when residents of small rural villages drink from wells that have been contaminated with groundwater due to spraying. The research abstract concludes, the current study strongly favors the hypothesis that CKDU epidemic among farmers, that's their kidneys failing, in dry zone of Sri Lanka is associated with history of drinking water from the well that was abandoned. In addition, it is associated with spraying glyphosate and other pesticides in paddy fields, rice paddy fields. And it's got the doctors and the links and the study and all the rest of it. Drinking well water and occupational exposure to herbicides is associated with chronic kidney disease. I mean, they've got, again, movies, studies. It's all well known. Simply put, but abruptly not so simply solved, concentrations of glyphosate and metals are much higher in the abandoned wells, increasing the risk of deadly chronic kidney disease, CKDU, up 5-fold. In the areas that don't use glyphosate, they studied the water, there is, again, 5 times less. This, I mean, just all we know is kidney failure skyrocketing. And they go, oh, get healthier, don't drink, eat, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we used to be more unhealthy 50 years ago. Did you see the diet back then? Pie and cake twice a day, chicken fried steaks? The Center for Public Integrity says fatal chronic kidney disease of unknown origin, or CKDU, has killed more people in El Salvador, Nicaragua than AIDS. Diabetes, you have seen the documentaries where whole villages, everybody's just dying. And leukemia combined over the past 5 years. This wave of CKDU affecting numerous poor farmers, countries around the world, simply didn't exist prior to 1990. And see, their governments will report on it there. The difference is our level of kidney failure in the U.S., look it up, is even higher. You're like, oh, let those poor farmers in Guatemala die from it, you know, with bananas or whatever, or let them from the pesticides and herbicides. It bioaccumulates in the food, and we eat it. We are the end. We are the... Can you imagine if Americans got eaten, how sick you'd get? You think a big ocean fish like a blue tuna has bioaccumulation of toxin? I mean, all these neurological disorders that 25-year-olds are getting now. People are getting Alzheimer's at 60, 45. They call it neurological disorder when your 12-year-old gets it, but it's Alzheimer's. They don't know who they are. They're smearing feces all over the walls. They're poisoned. Another study published in the Journal of Organic Studies also found a link between glyphosate and the enormous increase in chronic diseases across the United States. See, oh, but let's all fight. Hey, I'll tell you what's good. Make your man clean more around the house. That'll save the planet. Teach him he's bad. Men are bad. Families are bad. And world government's good. And let's get some transgender bathrooms in here while we're all being poisoned to death.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
We let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.